Hello, welcome back to our next math lesson. We are going to start with another number talk, and today we're going to use a target number again, and our target number is going to be 9. And just like yesterday's lesson, you can use the numbers below the target to come up with ways to get 9. You could use a number more than once. You could use 2 numbers. You could use 3 numbers. So go ahead and pause the video and see how many different ways you can make 9 using some of the numbers below. Okay, what did you come up with? I came up with just a few. I came up with 27 minus 18 equals 9. 15 minus 6 equals 9. 30 minus 20 minus 1 equals 9. And then I also came up with 30 minus 15 minus 6 equals 9. Now I could have done 18 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 until I got to 9, because we can use the same number more than once. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started on our lesson for today, and we are going to work on number lines and rounding numbers today. Before we do that, we're going to do a little mental math. You will need to get out a whiteboard marker, and an eraser. So pause the video, go get those things, and come back. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to tell you to write a number down on your whiteboard, and then we're going to talk about that number. So I want you to go ahead and write down the number 35. 35. What digit in the number 35 is in the tens place? The number 3 is in the tens place in the number 35. What's the value of that 3? The value of the 3 in the tens place is 30. What is the digit in the ones place in the number 47? That's right, 7 is in the ones place. And the value of that 7 in the ones place is 7. Now, on your whiteboard, write down the number 96. What is the digit in the tens place in the number 96? 9 is in the tens place. And the value of that 9 is 90. You can erase your board, and this time I want you to write down these 3 numbers: 356. The second number is 472, and the last number that I want you to write down is 405. So let's take a look at the first number. What is the digit in the hundreds place? The digit in the hundreds place is 3. The value of that 3 is 300. In the second number, 472, what digit is in the tens place? The 7 is in the tens place. And what digit is in the hundreds place? The 4 is in the hundreds place. What's the value of the digit 7? What's the value of this number? The value of 7 in the tens place is 70. Now we have 405. What is the digit in the tens place? It's 0. So the value of this digit is 0. It's not worth anything because there are no numbers in the tens place. The digit in the hundreds place is 4. So the value of that 4 is 400. Erase those numbers. I'm going to give you one last group of numbers to write down. Write down 1,452, 1,452, 2,698, 2,698, and 2,097, 2,097. So in that first number, the digit in the hundreds place is 4, and it's worth 400. The digit in the thousands place is 1. Its value is 1,000. In 2,698, the digit in the tens place is 9, and it's worth 90. The digit in the thousands place is 2, and it's worth 2,000. So 2,698. The last number is 2,097. 2 in the thousands place, a 0 in the hundreds place, a 9 in the tens place, and the 7 in the ones place. Now when I read these numbers, I say 1,452. Some people like to sneak the word "and" in there. They might say 1,452. There's not an "and" in the number. So we never say the word "and" when we're saying larger numbers. So in the last screen, when it was 472, it's not 472, it's just 472. So that's something that we're going to work on this week or this year. So here's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on ways that you think that you could get 28 plus 37 and 49 plus 18. So there's lots of different ways you could think about this. And there's not a right way. There's not just one right way. There's lots of different ways that you can go about getting an answer to a problem. So I'm just going to talk about one. 28 plus 37. I could take my tens, because that 2 in the tens place is not 2, that's 20. So I could take 20, and I could take the 3 from 37, and that's 30. And I could add those up and get 50. And I could take the 8 and the 7, add those up, and I could get 15. So the answer to 28 and 37, one way to do it would be the way that I explained, and you can get 65. And this is just to show you that there's really more than one way to solve a problem. Today we're going to work on the word round. All right. So if I would say let's round a number, then we're going to try to take that number to the nearest 10 or the nearest 100. That's something that we're going to work on today. So I'm just very quickly going to talk about this problem. So if I have 101, I would round that to the nearest 100, and the nearest 100 that it's closest to is 100. And 17, I would take that to the nearest 10. 17 is between 10 and 20, but it's closer to 20. So I would round that to 20. So an estimated answer is about how much? It's not the exact answer, it's an estimated answer. So 101 minus 117 is about 80. This is the skill that we're going to work on in the next few slides. So we're going to talk about how you can use a number line to help you round. So this is a number line. And our task is to take the number 54 and round it to the nearest 10. So the first thing I need to decide is I need to decide what two tens 54 is between. Well, 54 is between 50 and 60. Then I want to think about what's the halfway number? What number is right in the middle of 50 and 60? And that would be 55. Now that lets me decide where I'm going to put 54 on the number line. Well, 54 comes right before 55, so I would put it there. And this is showing me that the number 54 is closer to 50 on the number line. So if I was going to round 54 to the nearest 10, my answer would be 50. Here's another. I have a 100 number, and I am going to round that to the nearest 10. So when I take a look at my number, I'm not really going to be focusing on the 1 in the hundreds place. I'm going to be focusing on the 6 in the tens place because I need to round it to the nearest 10. So I'm going to say to myself, what two numbers in the tens place is 168 between? Well, it's between 160 and 170. And then you have to think about what number is right smack dab in the middle of 160 and 170, and that's going to be 165. And then think about where I would put 168 on the number line, about right here. So that's letting me know that 168 is closer to 170. So if I needed to round 168 to the nearest 10, my answer would be 170. Let's round, not that one, sorry, I messed up that screen. All right, I fixed my screen. Let's go ahead and round 72 to the nearest 10. So again, I have to think about what two 10 numbers 72 is between, and it is between 70 and 80. And what number is in between 70 and 80? It's 75. Then where on the number line would I put 72? About right here. And it's letting me know that 72, if I was going to round it to the nearest 10, I would round it to 70 because 72 is closer to 70 on the number line. Let's round 321 to the nearest 10. So we're going to be focusing on the tens place. So what two tens is 321 between? It's between 320 and 330. What's in the middle of those two? It's going to be 325. Where on the number line would I put 321? Right here. So if I was going to round 321 to the nearest 10, it would be 320. 175 to the nearest 10. All right, looking here. So 175, it's going to be between 170 and 180. And what is in the middle of 170 and 180? It is 175, the number that we're working with. Now, boys and girls, anytime the halfway number is what we're working with, so if they're the same, then we always are going to round it up. So if we're going to round 175 to the nearest 10, we would have it be 180. All right, we're going to do a large number now, 1,512. Round it to the nearest 100. So we're going to focus on the hundreds place. So 1,512 is between 1,500 and 1,600. The number in the middle is going to be 1,550. And when I'm looking at this number line, well, 1,512 is going to be in here somewhere because it is less than 1,550. So I'm just going to sneak it right here, which means it's closer to 1,500. So if I was going to round this number to the nearest 100, it would be 1,500. Okay, now, in your math journal on page 6, there's some practice problems that you can work on. If you need help from moms and dads, that's absolutely fine. When you're finished, snap a picture, send it to me in an email, and we'll see what you get. Good luck.